Hi folks, welcome to Holland and, well, Zandvoort, so let's crack on with the fast lap. Right then, fast lap done and dusted, and let me show you the info tab. We are using the iRacing fix setup, 111 Fahrenheit. No wonder I was sliding all over the place. That is quite toasty, and a track usage of 44% is what I always use for these track guides, so that is there. The lap I'm actually going to show you is lap 13. You can see here, first out lap 56.4, then a 55.9, which is quite good. I know Zandvoort quite well, so I was quite happy that I was quite up to speed quite quickly. Say quite more. But yeah, low 56s quite a few times, and then when I did nail it, we went into the pits, got a new car again, full fuel, well, full-ish fuel tank, or what the fix setup allows us, and then obviously fresh tyres. Did a 55.9 and a 55.7, and then a 56.8, and then a 55.8 again. So that's the one I'm going to show you. So it's not my fastest lap, but it's within the vicinity of my faster sort of 10% maybe, or whatever it works out to be. So yeah, that's the lap I'm showing you. I quite like it around here. It's a challenge against the track again. Overtaking down here is not really that frugal. There's like maybe 2 overtaking opportunities around here, and the S's and the hairpin coming out of there is very, very interesting. Be careful of the bumps. You will get a lot of bumps around here, and the GR86 with its wonderful traction control and fixed setup does not like that. If you're in the open setup, try and knock the traction control off, just so you can, if it does go a bit sideways, you've got a chance of catching it. As soon as the traction control steps in on this, it just goes and dies. That is the actual sound it makes as well. What else do I show you on this thing? I show you my split times, which are all there for you. You see my optimal was a 55.3, so there's another 4/10 to find. No idea where I'm finding that, but that is my optimal apparently, but my best time there is a 55.799, so half a tenth slower is the lap I'm actually going to show you. What else do I show you? Oh yeah, Discord. My O-lap, B-lap, telemetry and replay file will all be on my Discord. And I am trialing out Garage86. I will leave a link down in the description. Garage86 is like a telemetry lap sort of website that you can join up. It's free, so everything will be on there. So you can go find all of my telemetry, to be honest, from all of my races, and you can see here as well. And you can compare it to your laps and find out in a little bit more detail about what the telemetry is saying. So links are downstairs if you do want to look in that. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just trialing it to see what it's like. If you guys like it, I'll continue using it. If you guys don't like it, I will stop using it as I hit my microphone. Nothing me waffling. Let's crack on with the breakdown lap. Right then, Zandvoort. I'm surprised there isn't orange smoke coming from everywhere around here like there usually is when the F1 appears here. We have the older layout, not the newer layout that you will see on TV, but it's nearly the same, just camber missing. So we're using the 50 meter marker, there. Brake really heavy, start turning in slowly into the corner, then when you bleed off the speed, really get the rotation on. You want a late apex here to try and straight line it. You see I'm on full throttle there, and try and minimize running wide here, because that exit curb is really, really limited on what you can actually use. So So keep the car on the left hand side now, and you want to basically, this corner is quite awkward at times. You can take loads of speed into it, but you also can die quite easily. So kind of before the end of the curbing, you want to just dab on the brakes, let the car coast into the corner, try and avoid that apex curb, and don't run wide, because you can see there it's a horrible mess into the very next corner. Just as the tarmac changes and we want to stamp on the brakes again, first gear around here, and very much like turn 1, get a late apex, get on full throttle as early as you can, because we're full throttle for a long time. No idea what them black marks are, no idea how they got there. Anyway, crack on there. Again, watch with the exit. It isn't very wide there, so be cautious about running wide, but this is where you're going to need full throttle now. We are full throttle for a very long way. Possible that you could get an overtake through here, but because the track changes direction and the track's not very wide, just be cautious about people leaving you space. That's my advice here. Bring the car over to the left-hand side as we go up to the top of the hill, and just as you go over, you'll see the service road. That's our brake point there. Just as we get to it, dab on the brakes. You can keep it in fourth, but I found it tend to understeer, so third for this one. Get the engine braking on it. You can see the rev lights are going nuts at this point. Get to the curb, don't touch it because you will run wide again, and be careful of the dirt there on exit as well. Keep the car over to the left hand side. This corner is quite fun, so add that little kink in the where it changes direction there on the white line, just to dab a brakes. And then third gear for this one, loads of curb, don't worry about it, it's quite flat. And again, just be cautious of the exit because there's not much curb you can use. Keep the car on the left hand side now, and basically as you get to this point and kind of see the apex of the curb there, you can't really see it, but you kind of imagine it's there at that point. Dab the brakes, second gear. Carry as much speed through here, but it is a tightening corner, so don't run wide. So don't carry loads of speed and expect the corner to be there. It really tightens up on exit. Bring the car over to the right hand side now, and at this little service road again, dab of the brakes, second gear for this one. Nice late apex around this one. Just as the tarmac changes color, that's where you want to put your car. Give the curb a little cheeky tickle on your way past as well. Full throttle, and you can run wide here. The track does open up for us. Look how wide the track is now, but again, there's not much exit curb, so bear that in mind. Bring the car naturally over to the left hand side and keep it on this white line here. There could be dive bombs into this corner, so be cautious about it, but over the brow we are spotting the curve on the left hand side here, and we're using that as a brake marker. So brake, I found first gear for this one because it stopped the understeer, and it gave me a little bit of more rotation as well. So clip that curve nicely, don't cut it too much, there is a slowdown. Then take this one, cover the red and white curbing there, short shift into second to get the best exit, and watch out for the bumps through there. Really bumpy. There is a little bit of curb there you can use, but this is why I short shift into second, because I don't want to be doing that on exit. Short shift into second, get a bit of early acceleration. Just as that little tarmac bit slips off of the white line there, that's our turning point. Drag the brake slowly, loads of curve for this one, and get on full throttle as early as you can. We're not going to lift off until turn 1 now, so getting a good exit here is really going to help your lap time. Turn 14 is absolutely flat out, so you don't need to worry about it in the slightest. Just try and keep your steering nice and smooth, and avoid this apex curb right here, because it is a little bit high, so you can lose a little bit of momentum as well. Slipstream, if the GR86 had much of a slipstream, would be a good thing around here, because you're actually full throttle for a very long time. The straight is okay in length, but it starts from like the exit of turn 13, so that's where it really maximizes your lap time. Otherwise, that's us across the line in a 1:55.818. So yeah, it could go a little bit quicker according to my sector times, could go a little bit quicker, but yeah, I think that's pretty good. Low 56s for me, high 55s. Otherwise, game of survival around here. Pick your overtakes quite nicely and see the checkered flag. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. If this did help you out, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.